Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Now, team of the season is far from over yet, but we have something more exciting to talk about today, at least in my opinion. That is the leaks for the next season pass coming to FC25, especially considering these leaks are saying that we're going to be able to evolve 96 rated cards. Yes, you're hearing that correctly. It sounds like there's another paid pass that is incoming later on this week, and I want to get us involved with the leaks and the conversation today early to get us prepared for what's going to be coming soon on FC25, especially since we even had the first piece of the next season content-wise released yesterday in Shapeshifters and Evolutions. We're going to talk about it, guys. Still, we're going to talk about the Saudi League and the MLS team of the season as well, with all the content that was dropped yesterday, including that player pick that everyone's talking about and a market that is all over the place. Guys, we have a lot to discuss. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Let's start by going over the Mad Friday of content that we had yesterday. I guess it wasn't that mad until a couple hours after content when EA dropped that surprise SBC. But firstly, here in Objectives, we have what we have on a normal promo Friday. We've got the team of the season daily play games and the daily play games completionist. Nice packs here per usual. We also have the Diego Luna TOTS honorable mention objective here to complete. You only have to complete 4 of the 5 that are here, get some decent packs, and a nice Diego Luna card. If you're a USA fan or maybe an MLS fan, this is a guy that's kind of up and coming. A lot of people are super excited about him, as am I, so I'll probably get this one done and just try him out. One thing to note inside of this objective part of content yesterday is that we did not have any bonus red player picks for FUT Champs rewards. That was kind of a really big bonus from last week of La Liga team of the season. We do not have it this week. Now, we're skipping over one thing in objectives because it's a part of Evolutions. Let's talk about the big Evo that we were really looking forward to as a part of content yesterday, the Build Your TOTS Center Back Evo. Guys, this came in at a pretty hefty price of 250,000 coins or 1,000 FC points. And for the upgrade that you get, it is a big upgrade, but it just didn't hit different. Like, it didn't hit insane, I guess, if you would call it that way. We don't look at this and feel wowed or awed or anything like that. Yeah, you do have some insane boosts in here. You go up plus 12 pace, but only to 90. That's one of the detractors from this evolution, is that the pace is capped at 90. A lot of the other Evos that you and I maybe have been doing recently for center backs, like this added time in Lisbon evolution, my Maldini's at 93 pace. A couple of the other cards you maybe have at center back right now are above 90 pace. Same thing with the defense stat, only goes to 92 on this evolution. Now you're like, Nate, you're talking bad about this Evo, but you started it. I did. It still is a cool evolution. It just has a bit of a flaw with the pace and the fact that it does not upgrade the reactions on these cards. I even think it's funny that this is a 250,000 coin Evo that EA is promoting all over the menus of this game. If you go over the objective tab here or the play tab in game, once it loads, it shows you Gold Konate as a create your own, build your own TOTS evolution journey. Who wants to Evo Gold Konate at this stage of the game? Because most of us probably already have a Konate like that 91 rated season 1 that was in our clubs, or you've already evolved him from earlier on in the game. And even with this upgrade, I don't know what Konate's reactions are on his card, but probably they're not good enough to be used at this stage of the game. Most of the center backs that a lot of people are probably wanting to build right now are going to be missing out on a reactions boost. That's the big flaw with this evolution. The rest of it is decent, but like, come on now, you get a composure boost up to 93, but they don't give a big reactions boost. That's kind of an issue, in my opinion, with this EVA. That's a big issue, to be honest, and 250,000 coins does feel a little bit steep. Now, you do get the Anticipate Plus, and you do get some pretty big stat boosts all around, some pretty big dribbling boosts and passing boosts too, but this is just the first part of the evolution. So if you don't like that Evo, it's too expensive for you, I totally understand. But if you do, like me, want to just create somebody and have a little bit of fun with it, and you have the coins to do so, or the means to do so, it does let you create a 99 physical, pretty decent team of the season center back card, but you have to go about it in a pretty interesting way. So that Evo itself, I don't know, I maybe gave it like a 6.5 out of 10. I think our expectations were really high for it, and the expectations weren't necessarily met with the Evo that we got. But in here, this is the second part of the Evo, the Build Your TOTS evolution in objectives, where you have to complete 2 different parts. You get a 90 plus player pick, which is kind of cool. You don't even have to do the Evo to complete this. You can just complete these 2 objectives and get yourself a 90 plus player pick which is not bad. The first thing you have to do here with 6 MLS players in your squad, to get your playstyle pluses that you get to choose and put on your center back, you have to score 35 goals in one match of squad battles on beginner difficulty. Here we go again with the tons of goals on beginner difficulty. Just make sure you have 6 MLS players in the squad, maybe defenders. Get yourself your 2 playstyle pluses picked, and you get to put it on your center back card. Then also here, the 99 physical Evo boost. So basically, you're doing this objective to get yourself consumable evolutions for the playstyle pluses and the 99 physicality boost. This one's a bit harder. Win 7 matches with 6 Saudi League players in your club. But again, you get a 90 plus pick for that, and then you get to put those stats and the playstyle pluses on your center back card. So all in all, this evolution kind of fell flat yesterday for some people. For me, I'm picking up a Walker Zimmerman that I had not evoed in a long time. I've been working on him during the year this year. He already has 99 reactions and composure and short pass and long pass. Probably have one of the best Walker Zims in the game. I'm excited for that. I'm going to give him Bruiser Plus and Intercept Plus, and he's going to be a nice, fun card to use. But is it really worth 250K? I don't know. That's kind of up for you to decide. So that was the first Evo that we had yesterday, but we had 2 more evolutions. The first free Evo that we have to talk about is the Canonize Me Captain. This is the left wing evolution that was leaked. This one for me, it's good because it gives a lot of pace, but it doesn't boost shooting above 90, which is a bit of a problem, and the passing is capped at 90. I wish the overall rating would not go to 94. It seems a little bit high for this boost here, but of course you do get the nice boost of the pace there. So if you find that Evo interesting, have some fun with it, go into it. Personally for me, not a big one. But this training camp Evo is where things get really interesting because we have a Shapeshifter evolution, guys. It's kind of crazy. EA dropped the first Shapeshifter card 2 weeks before we're going to have Shapeshifters in this game, but that is when this Evo expires, or the training camp portion of this ends. And it's kind of wild that it's actually very similar to the Dream Crusher Evo that just expired. Remember, that one took a center back up to like 95, 96, or 97 shooting, gave them the striker position, and gave them some of those striker like finesse shot. It gave them, I think, a skills boost. It also gave them some agility and balance and some other roles, right, that a striker would use. Advanced forward plus. Now this one is kind of the same thing. It's a left back that gets moved to the striker position, but instead of playing games to evo the card, you have to wait 2 weeks. It's again actually kind of a problem here in training camp evos that both of these 2 evos require 2 weeks of wait time. It's actually impossible right now to do both of them. If, like myself, I have not started the no cam, no party Evo, if I was to start this right now, this evolution, since you can only have 1 training camp Evo going at a time, would not end until this evolution was not able to be started anymore. So I have to get this within 13 days. This would not end in 13 days, obviously, because it takes 14 days to do. That's a little bit of a flaw in the system, I think, with these training camp Evos, because you can't have more than 1 going at a time. If they overlap with the same number of days, if you don't do one right away, or in the first day or 2 that this no cam, no party was out, your 2-week timer is going to overlap with this one, and you're not going to be able to get this one done. If I'm understanding that correctly. I know you can like pause and resume some of these evolutions, but like, why does it 14 days? Like, that's the one thing with this that's kind of frustrating. Like, just make it 5 days or 7 days or something really short like that. Now, there are some really good cards that you can get out of this. Like, take a look at this Kamavinga chain that you can make here. Even with his gold card, you can do this. Put him into the tea and biscuits evolution. That makes a really insane center mid Kamavinga with the pace boost and the shooting boost. That's a disgusting card. Not that you need to play him at striker. You could, but a 5-star Kamavinga with those stats, if you have that card, that's a GG. Even if you want to use the base gold, you get press proven, incisive, and tiki taka into tea and biscuits, and then into the first shape shifter. That's still a crazy card. So a nice Kamavinga combination that you can do there with the free Evo and then a 75,000 coin one. There, the petite foot birthday icon looks really insane in this one as well. Joao Neves looks really good. Again, it's that tea and biscuits and the first shapeshifter combination of Evos there that look really good. Teo Hernandez, Roberto Carlos, DeMarco, Rolfo, or maybe a legend from your club, a past and present team of your favorite club is good for that evolution as well. That's an interesting one, but yeah, a little bit of an issue with the dates kind of overlap as they do. But again, for Evos yesterday, you know, okay. Now to SBCs, we had 2 pretty good player SBCs yesterday because they're both cheap. Riyad Mahrez, we said we wanted these guys to be cheap, And EA delivered only 125,000 coins for a 5-star, 5-star Riyad Mahrez. The thing he's missing is the center attacking mid position, but he's got finesse, technical, and the first touch plus play styles. Great dribbling, passing, and shooting, like incredible in those areas. Great regular and playstyle pluses. Only thing he's maybe missing is the quick step, but that's fine. He's got the inside forward plus plus for 120,000 coins. Great card. I'd say the exact same thing about Insigne. I actually finished the Insigne SBC yesterday. He went boom straight into my team, and he was a blast. I only used him for one game, but I am actually looking forward to using this card throughout the weekend. He's so fast, it's illegal almost. 95 pace. I gave him the Hunter for the extra pace boost. He's got the inside forward plus plus, and he does have cam position, but I was mostly using him as a left wing, and he was just blazing fast. His dribbling was awesome. And his finesse shots were very good as well. And he's also only just over 100,000 coins to do at 109K. So 2 very fun SBCs from that part of content yesterday. GG's for EA making those cheap. Now, we had a bunch of upgrade packs yesterday to talk about as well. We had the 83 times 14. We were hoping EA would do this, and they did. It's only out for a week, but we have an 83 times 14. 4 of them every single day, or maybe it's just 3. I think it's 4 of them. I think I just did 1 of them, but that is very nice to have, as well as the 86 plus player pick, which does not require any team of the seasons or team of the weeks, just 185 and then an 84 rated squad. I mean, doing those, we realized yesterday that the pack weight for these Saudi League and MLS cards is really bad. It is really tough out there trying to pack these cards. I don't know if these 78 times 3s are worth trying or not. Maybe if you guys have, let me know. But with the pack weight being what it is, my goodness, it was not good yesterday at all. Like, I packed 1 team of the season card from over 50 saved 81 plus player picks. They were shocking. I'll maybe try a few of these this week, but more so, I'm just going to be running through the 86 picks, the 83 14s, and the 84 7s every single day to try to generate fodder and high rateds in my club to craft the pack that came out all of a sudden a couple hours late for content yesterday. That was the 1 of 15 Encore player pick. Yes, this is the SBC that actually is bringing some hype back to the menus. The fact that you have a 1 of 15 player pick, it's insane opening this player. It's so much fun. It is. I know that most of the cards you're packing from this aren't worth it. That's the #1 argument against this SBC, and it's a very valid argument because most of the cards you're getting are lower rated, early on in the year cards that have no place being in this game right now. But evolutions, that's the kicker. This SBC here gives you the opportunity to pack cards like a Sandro Tonali, like an Endo. The crazy thing about Endo, he's 130,000 coins, and he's a super popular card, common card from this player pick. But the best thing about this is you have the chance to chase some of those cards that have been extinct because they've been fitting evolutions and people have been buying them, and these cards have been nowhere found on the market, and we've had no way to get them on the game to do EVOs with them for a while, maybe months, maybe just a couple of weeks. Like that Neymar's barely been extinct for a long time, but he is extinct. Now we have a chance. Sure, it's a pack and it is a gamble, but like I did a couple of these yesterday, packed 90 Matisse Tell. I was trying to pack him during fantasy when he was in packs, and now I finally am able to get him, and I would love to evolve him. That's the hype with this, and that's the fun with this 1 of 15 Encore pick. Technically, you can pack some pretty good players from it too. You can get Team of the Years from this. You can get some fantasy hero cards like Zé Roberto. I think a couple of people even packed Hazard or Fantasy Hyunmin's Son. A couple of those cards have been seen from these picks, and that's kind of the fun and the hype with it. And it's not that expensive, but 86 rated cards are the key. EA did not learn from their mistake. We talked about this a couple of days ago. Oh, EA learned from their mistake. They're not going to make cards go extinct or go crazy high in price now for fodder because they're not requiring them in specific ratings like the 89s and the 90s. Well, here we go. With the 86, they required 5 86s, but since this is unlimited repeatable and has so much hype, 86 rated cards have gone from minimum price of 3.6, 3.7K. They're now 8,000 coins per card. When this SBC dropped yesterday on stream, we were screaming, go buy 86s, go buy 86s. And my goodness, did that end up being a great investment because they are now 8K, and there's still people hammering this SBC over and over again to try to pack Neymar. Like, I would really like to get Neymar or some of those other extinct cards for evolutions. That's what people are doing with this. And just the fact that it's a 1 of 15 player pick, it's just really fun to do. So it's an 87 rated squad and then 5 86s at the moment. You can trade with 86s if you want to. They're going to be in heavy demand. They're going to be great to bid on, to snipe, and even to trade with when we have rewards periods that makes them drop a little bit. This SBC is out for 2 weeks. It's just actually kind of a fun SBC to do, at least for a few times. So try it out. If you're over already, that's fine, but it at least is there, and it's at least something fun and different and just kind of a shock to the SBC system. A 1 of 15 player pick, no matter who's in it, with all the old special cards, throwing memories back to the earlier part of the game too. It is just fun. Now I'll stop yapping about that, but that was a very nice little SBC that EA dropped yesterday. I look forward to do that more during the week this week. It actually makes me a little more motivated to grind the upgrade packs and to grind the market a little bit, being 100% completely honest. Now, I mentioned that the pack weight for these promo cards is poor, and guys, the prices for these promo cards too, they seem pretty high. Not for everything, but for a lot of things. Look at Messi. 10 million coins for Lionel Messi. 8 million coins for Ronaldo. Suarez is 2.1 million coins. A lot of these cards are very rare on the market. Now, there are some good ones in here, like this Steven Morea card. He looks really solid. Jordi Alba's only 70,000 coin. Evander, Ricky Puig, they look pretty good. For the Saudi team, I picked up some Benzema's in the low 700. He's a very hyped card with the finesse to low driven. 5-star, 5-star looks very good. Diaby looks very good. Milinkovic, Savic, and Cancelo. I'm excited to try both of them. I packed them yesterday. They look very good. I opened them in a store pack with coins, and it was the 94 plus pack, but I'm not going to spend any more coins on store packs during the week this league, most likely. Even with Messi and Ronaldo being out, they're just going to be so hard to pack. It's probably not even worth trying. But this Ibanez card, the Conte card, Aldasari, there are some decent cards that are a part of this team, but once we said again, the pack weight is just very, very bad. It's tough out here. So maybe that's just more of a motivating factor for you to save packs for Ultimate TOTS, or maybe for what's coming after Team of the Season with the Shapeshifter stuff that we're going to talk about today. But it just feels like to me that this promo team doesn't have a ton of hype. We talked about that. La Liga was a lot more hype. The market tells that same story. Even the Chelsea cards tell that same story. If you look at the prices of Chelsea cards, they went crazy yesterday. A lot of us were thinking that these were going to drop after content because people were going to open packs. They were going to get supplied. Well, nobody saved packs to open for yesterday's MLS and Saudi release like we saw from a week ago with La Liga. And what happened was these cards all of a sudden went straight back up because everybody who was wanting to actually use them went out and bought them for Weekend League, and these cards flew instead of dropping because they weren't getting packed. There was more demand than supply. It was a great trading opportunity. I picked up 3 Shalobas for 700K, sold them for 800 to 850,000 coins. Gusto went up crazy as we look there on the graph. Caicedo went up crazy. But now here's the situation. These Chelsea cards are looking very expensive, and they're going out of packs today, but a lot of you guys still want to buy these or have these in your squad. I think you're okay to try to pick one of these up today. I do believe they can rise up a little bit out of packs, but I do not think they're going to last, and they're not going to hold their prices that well because I do believe that they are overpriced. I think personally, I know I'm a Spurs fan, but I'm comparing this Dominic Solanke versus the Nico Jackson, and they're not that far off in terms of the cards that they are. You could say Jackson's a little bit better, but they're a 600,000 coin difference. Jackson is 875 and Solanke is 230. That feels like too big of a difference for me, in my opinion, for how those cards look. They're both 5'5 and 96 rated. Some have better stats in the shooting and the physical, like Solanke does, and some stats for Jackson are a little bit better, like the pace and the passing. I don't think those cards should be that far apart in price. That's just one of my examples that I use to look at this team and say, wow, I think it's overpriced. Caicedo is 2.1 mil. That's crazy. Reece James is 96 rated, like Pedro Porro is 5'5. He's 1.8 mil. Pedro Porro is 400K. Even Malo Gusto is 650,000 coins. So I think the Chelsea cards are a bit overpriced. I think they can still go up a little bit with a lot of people wanting to buy them today, but I wouldn't hold on to them for super long. Now, cards that I would still hold on to would be some of your La Liga investments. These are looking real good. Valverde above 90,000 coins. Since the center back Evo yesterday didn't hit crazy. Inigo Martinez up. Rudiger up. If you guys bought Lewandowski, freaking G's, almost 70,000 coins after he was 50K. I mean, Alvarez is even up from 35,000 coins. Koundé has risen in price. We mentioned the Valverde. The Griezmann's still doing fine. And even the more expensive cards, Bellingham above a mil. Lamine Yamal's kind of back down a little. Vinny is still up. But those are the cards that we were a little more careful with. We said maybe sell those late Friday night. But the cheaper cards, great stuff. If you invested, those cards are doing great. A lot of the rest of the market, too, if you look at some of the other out-of-packs TOTS cards, like Payor, doing phenomenal. Up in price a lot for her. Hansen still doing very good in price, as are some of the older out of packs team of the season cards. A lot of the market is doing very good. It's still a pretty decent time to be trading with cards like this on this game. Out of pack specials, great cards to trade with, especially old team of the season cards. But still, Ultimate TOTS isn't coming, so for the market side of things, we maybe have to be a little bit careful, but more so only for those higher rated, more expensive team of the season cards, 95, 96, 97s. Those are the ones that I'd be careful with still. The lower priced ones, lower middle rated ones should be pretty safe. Now, let's get into the real news of the content that we have to discuss today. That was yesterday with MLS and Saudi TOTS. Let's talk about the leaks that were coming out yesterday and even a couple days before. But guys, it's the fact that we had a Shapeshifter piece of content released in yesterday's game, and we have leaks. Leaks that are too good to ignore, to push off for a couple days from now when we're actually going to see this content in game. We're looking ahead to later on this next week in the first couple days of June when we get a new season. We've been level 40 for ages now with this season, how fast we leveled up through it with the paid season pass, the very first paid season pass of FC 25, and we think that's coming again as a second paid season pass for this next season. Shapeshifters. Also, this confirms with the content in game, with these leaks, Shapeshifters is going to be happening after Ultimate TOTS. So yesterday, Saudi League MLS TOTS. Next Friday, Ultimate Team of the Season. The Friday after that will be Shapeshifters. Finally, we'll get some heroes and some icons back into packs, as well as Shapeshifter evolutions. Now, this concept card for Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, probably the most iconic Shapeshifter of all time, shows him with 5 playstyle pluses. Now, this guy, ASY Foot Trader, he says it's just a concept, but he has been known to kind of tease some of these things before. So I might take this with a pinch of salt. There might be some validity to the fact that 5 playstyle pluses could be a thing. We've never had 5 playstyle pluses before. I believe last year 4 was the max, but with how the power curve has moved this year, it feels like it could be a legit situation that we maybe would have 5 playstyle. That's not a leak. That's no privileged information. That's a guess, honest guess, because just reading between the lines, sometimes this ASY guy does throw in some Easter eggs like that into his predictions and into his things that he says is just a prediction, or a concept. Just that's all I'm saying. We'll see if we get any more leaks from that later on during the week this week. But if you did not know or have not ever heard of what Shapeshifters was, this is a good idea of what Shapeshifters was. We haven't had this promo since FIFA 23, and it really slapped during FIFA 23. We had the center mid, center defensive mid VVD card. We had the striker Antonio Rudiger card, left wing Bruno, midfielder Depay, the striker right card. I remember using him. He was kind of a fun one. He was pretty crazy. Basically, it's all position changes, all kind of larger than life. Is that the way to describe it? Not really. It's just cards that either are memed for position changes, like, Harry Maguire striker card. That was a pretty fun one, just for the banter, but also like some real ones where cards and players have moved different positions in game, and a lot of stuff that is very unrealistic as well. You had a center back De Jong card. You had a center back Giroud card, and some of the position changes aren't that insane. Like you had a center attacking mid Ousmane Dembele. You had a right wing Eto'o, striker Garrincha. Not that big of a change for him, right? But that is kind of what Shapeshifters was, all about the position changes. Where's the Harry Maguire? I think he was in this team. Yeah, striker Maguire's right there. Goalkeeper Kyle Walker, that was one of the cards that a lot of us were looking forward to back then. So a nice trip down memory lane just to remember Pogba. Bro, somebody signed Pogba. Please get this guy back in FIFA, like for real. The flashback cards that could be happening with him would be insane. Anyways, that's kind of what Shapeshifters is. It's just position changes, craziness, fun. Sometimes and oftentimes unrealistic, but just straight up fun. Now, with the Shapeshifters, that is allegedly the name of the new season that is coming out as well this next Thursday, and the leaks continued yesterday. These are from a couple days ago, these leaks of the Playstyle Pluses coming in the next season pass. Finesse Shot Plus, Max 96. Yes, that is a leak, and that is correct. And remember last time before the first paid season pass, we had the leaks of Evolution saying max 94. We were like, no way, that's not right. It can't be. And then it ended up being true because all the EVOs that we had were max 94 or max 95. That makes these leaks feel very believable and very possible. The fact that we're going to have max 95 and 96 evolutions coming. Finesse shot plus. He also mentioned long ball, block, intercept, and then a striker and left wing Evo that's going to give all roles in that position a plus plus. That's dope. So like maybe you're going to give a card a new position and give them all the roles for that. I love that customizability. That's almost as cool as giving a card a playstyle plus. Like imagine a max 3 positions player who you're going to give a 4th position to. Like if you have a Messi card who can't play striker, or if you have, I don't know, somebody like a card that would be great at left wing that does not have left wing position, maybe you can give them that with this Evo. That's the thing that I like about that. Also an Evo called Total Physicality and Spectrum Shift. So we don't know what those are, but these sound like they're paid season pass evolutions. But like think about this, a 96 rated 3 playstyle plus 9 playstyle player that could get finesse shot plus. Graham Hansen, just released in La Liga Team of the Season, one of the most hype wingers right now in this game. If you packed her or have her as a red pick, you could be putting Finesse Plus on this card in the next couple of weeks through the next season pass. Imagine this card with Finesse Plus at 5'5" and 96 rated with those stats. End game. That's incredible. That's the type of potential that we have here with this next Evo and the leaks that we have for this with the next paid season pass. Now, this is the latest leak with more evolutions coming. How many Evos are we going to have inside of this season? This is looking insane. Like, how many did we have leaked here? We had at least 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 with the finesse shot. Then we have another 4 right here. Quick Step Plus, max 96. Incisive, max 95. Jockey Plus, max 95. And then a center defensive mid position change with all rolls plus plus. Like Quick Step Plus, that's pretty crazy. Incisive, we love that. I mean, these are wild. These are crazy. Definitely seemingly part of a paid season pass for sure. I guess the only playstyle plus that maybe we'd like to see that we haven't seen yet is low driven. I would love to see a low driven plus, maybe on a team of the year card. You know, before the low driven was out, I think was low driven out after team of the year or maybe before. I don't even remember. But like, imagine adding low driven plus to like team of the year Salah. Like that'd be really sick. I would put him back into the team for that. We don't have a low driven plus. That's the one that we'd love to see. But we still have a quick step, a finesse, an incisive, a jockey. Those playstyle pluses are looking crazy. And once again, that does 100% sound like it's a part of the paid season pass. Now, we don't know a price. We don't know much news around that yet. We'll be watching the leaks to see. But we did have some more packs added to the code. And it was specifically the packs that weren't even tweeted out by Foot Scoreboard, but there were more packs that were added to the code along with that big batch that was added a couple days ago that really tell the story of a paid season pass coming back for the second time. Got an 86 times 4 tradable, an 84 times 10 tradable. You got a 90 plus times 6. Down here at the very bottom, a 91 times 3 tradable, an 85 12 tradable, 89 times 3 tradable, and some other big and small tradable packs in here as well. 83 15, 86 times 4, 84 times 10, 84 times 7. These all sound like another paid season pass is incoming to follow the first one that we have just had, with more of the tradable packs and more of those big time evolutions. So that is big news, and there's a lot to kind of think about there. As we mentioned in yesterday's video, do you want to start thinking about investing in 96 rated cards that people would maybe want to put into these evolutions to give them playstyle pluses? Like Pele, do you want to invest in this card because people could buy him and then put Finesse Plus on the card? I don't know if you really want to go ahead and try to do that. He already has Quick Step Plus, so you wouldn't really benefit from that from one of the max 96 Evos. But that's just kind of something to consider right now in this game. What's Mbappe? Like last season, Mbappe's cards went crazy. I mean, this Mbappe already has Finesse and Quick Step, so probably not worth trying to invest in him for a 95 unless you want to put like Long Ball or intercept on your Mbappe card. Block Plus, that would really work for him. But I guess if you wanted to put Incisive on the Mbappe, then you could. But he already has Quick Step and Finesse, so maybe that wouldn't work for him. But that sort of thing is going to be in the conversations once. Oh my goodness, 96 Mbappe. You could put Finesse on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got a small enough number of regular playstyles. You could put Finesse Plus on this Mbappe, Team of the Year. Would people actually do that? Probably, but that's the sort of thing that you have to kind of start thinking about, whether you look at your club for untradeable cards or maybe a longer term investment. I don't think you want to invest in that stuff right now, but just something to consider as we get closer and closer to what should be the next paid season pass. Watch out for player leaks too. That was one thing that was huge last time around with the Ribery and the Ferran Torres. The season pass players. That's one thing we're going to be watching out for. We're going to cover the leaks as they come during this next couple of days, during this next week of this game. We'll keep you guys up to date with anything related to the next paid season pass, so be watching out for that. Now, let's bring it back to Team of the Season and talk about Saturday content today on this game, of course. Champions League final. That's one of the biggest things. One thing I will say is watch out for the cards that are not live, but some people will think are live. I already picked up a Lautaro Martinez here for 180,000 coins because if Inter win, this card is going to skyrocket, even though he does not get upgraded. The only cards get upgraded are the road to the finals for Inter or PSG, which we do have 2 cards that are still live for them. Just wanted to mention that. But the most hyped thing about the Champions League final today is the winning team is going to get a full release, just like Chelsea and Spurs, and that is going to be phenomenal. And we have some specific upgrade packs for those players that will be coming out still related to Saudi League and MLS TOTS on Monday for the premium upgrade. So that's kind of really hype, but we'll be watching out for that because we'll just know that 15 players in packs are coming for whoever wins the Champions League final. Maybe watch out for a halftime, like quick SBC, like a flash SBC during halftime. That's something I've done in the previous number of years too, or maybe some other Champions League related content today. Hopefully EA do at least a little bit of something for that. Now for TOTS content, of course, we have an SBC that's going to be coming today. I would have to imagine it's either Bowanga, Tony, Bergwijn, one of those couple cards there, maybe Hugo Lloris, but of course, a couple of these could be in objectives too. So we're going to get a player SBC today. I mean, John Duran maybe as well. Of course, not a lot of hype for these cards there. Probably a lot of people are saving their fodder and just putting it into the 1 of 15 picks anyways. But those are some leaks that we have there with the players coming in SBCs. We do have a 92 center attacking mid evolution that's still out there as well that gives Tiki Taka, Incisive, and Press Proven Plus, and the Zico SBC fits if you did that one. We'll see what kind of stats boost we get. 5-star skill moves, it is leaked here to be a part of this too, so that sounds like maybe a paid evolution. We'll see how good this one is, but watch out for that part of content today, as well as another upgrade pack. This 84x5, which is MLS, Saudi League, and Premier League. So basically this pack's going to come out at a very poor time though, because this is going to come out at content today, which will be an hour after the Chelsea cards leave packs. But EA have included the Premier League in that pack like they did with the 78x3, even when the Premier League cards that are in packs won't be in packs anymore. So that's still an 84x5 pack. We'll maybe test that one out since it's Saudi and MLS specific. Maybe you'll have a better chance at seeing a blue card from this promo team. And then also on Saturday today, probably a flash rush event coming as well. But that's kind of what to expect today. I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a day. Champions League is going to take the center stage, and hopefully EA allow the content to take a center stage with Champions League as well. See if they do anything special for that. But let me know your thoughts and your comments about this paid season pass, the whole Shapeshifters situation incoming with these cards, and a second paid season pass. We're going to keep on the leaks and keep talking about this through the week because honestly, that's getting me a little more excited than what's out with Team of the Season right now. Looking forward to a new season pass with more of the insane rewards to be getting and to be grinding towards. And honestly, I haven't cared about SP in weeks, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting extra packs and stuff through the season this next Thursday when that happens. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up on all that news. If you enjoyed the video today, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe. I already said that if you're new. It's been TheFutAccountant. I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. Best of luck in your Foot Champs games. Good luck with your rewards, and enjoy the Champions League today. I will see you guys later. It's been TheFutAccountant. Peace out. Peace. Scuffed ending.